I'm Emily Church, back again on your video screen. I'm making a series of videos to talk to you about my campaign for the 46th District, North Carolina Senate seat. I'll be on the ballot on November 4th in Burke and Cleveland County, and I want to represent you in Raleigh for the next 2 years. I've learned a lot about politics in my lifetime, but a huge amount in the past 6 months. One of the most interesting things I've learned is that political races now are a huge money racket, or that's what my mom would have called them. Everywhere you turn, there's a company that can sell you ads, or can sell you flyers, or can sell you little door hangers, or maybe a rain bonnet with your name on it. I don't know. There are companies that will sell you anything you need to run for political office. On top of that, there are corporations that will funnel money into these political action committees that can turn around and funnel money into campaigns and get their agendas passed in Raleigh and in other state capitals. It's happening across the United States, and the thing that's bothered me most is to find out how expensive a campaign is to run in modern terms. I come from the old school of believing that if you want to serve your state, your county, your town, you file for election, and then you raise a little money along the way, and your friends and your family get out and they talk to people about you, and they tell people about your platform and what you stand for. Folks go to the poll, they cast their ballot, and if you're the best candidate, you win and you serve your area. But what I've learned in the past few months is that that doesn't always happen anymore. I went to a training in the spring at the Democratic Caucus in Raleigh. And at this training, I kept noticing that they continually talked about money, raise money, ask for money, do this to get more money, do this to get more donors. It went on and on for 2 days, and finally, I talked to one of the presenters and I said, come on now, tell me what you're really talking about in this race that I'm running. And I explained to him which district I was in, and he was quite familiar with it. And he looked me straight in the eye and he said, to win this race, you'll need to raise about $350,000 to $600,000. I looked straight back in his eyes and said, that's absolutely crazy. Because I come from an area that's economically depressed. We've lost business after business in both Burke and Cleveland counties. We're average working people. Now, yes, we do have some higher income families and folks in our neighborhoods. We do have corporations, I suppose, that could help fund some of these campaigns through their political action groups. But bottom line, we're in a place where money into a campaign is like throwing it down a black hole when you've got neighbors who live beside of you who are having trouble paying their house payment. I know working families where people are employed by a school system, or maybe they work at their local hospital, or maybe they're state employees, and their income does not afford them enough to really have a decent living. Some of those folks are going to our neighborhood food pantries for help with their groceries. That's wrong. And so it would be a compounded wrong, I believe, to throw huge money into a race for a Senate seat or a House seat or a town council seat for that matter. I want to serve. I want to serve you. And I want to prove that it can be like it was in the old days. I believe there was a time when people could run a good, clean race, when people could stand on who they were, what their core beliefs were, and be able to talk to people, and those people would in turn talk to their friends and family, and those people would in turn talk to theirs, and it would be like the pebble that hits the stream and causes a giant ripple. And then when election day comes, those same people would go out and get those folks to the polls. That kind of campaign doesn't take a huge amount of money. and it's rare in today's election scene. But I want to be that candidate. Now, I'm not saying I'll turn down donations because, goodness gracious, running a minimalist campaign is still an expensive venture. There are signs to be bought. There are mailings to be done. There are things that have to be taken care of. But, bottom line, I'm not going to be able to come up with the big money that other campaigns are. But I can be an excellent senator for you, for Burke and Cleveland County, as well as the other 98 counties in North Carolina, because I love this state and I want to be your senator. I hope you'll come out to the polls on November 4th, and I hope you'll tell your family and friends. Thank you.